Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We're brought to you by Pelican, built tough for all situations. Go to pelican.com. YakGadget, for all your fine kayak fishing accessory needs. Go to YakGadget.com. Eastport Marina, on the beautiful shores of Dale Hollow Lake. For all your lodging, kayaking, and fishing needs, go to eastport.info. Now let's get this show started.
Hey guys, it's Takeover Tuesday. Let's do this.
Welcome to a special edition of the Rusty Hook Podcast, streaming live on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. 1 hour of straight talk regarding tournament news, angler profiles, gear reviews, and more. Now let's get our show started by joining with John Rapp, our host.
Hey guys, happy Halloween. It's the 31st of October. We've made it through another month, and so make sure when you're out tonight with your little ones that you guys practice some safety and some tips like that. So let me see if I got that up there. I may have deleted it already. Yep, I believe I've deleted it. So I was just going to share it, but make sure you use good common sense. Have your kids with glow sticks and flashlights and reflective tape on their persons, on their outfits, crosswalks, street lights. Make sure their clothing isn't too baggy so they won't fall and trip and get hurt. Visibility, make sure they can see. Get that paint off their face when they get home, so they after you get your photographs and stuff, because it can hurt their eyes and stuff if you're not careful. Anyway, yeah, man. So I thought I would reach out to everybody tonight. No guests. I'm not gonna talk to anybody, and so been doing my thing here. Stopped down at Ace Adventure Resort and was in their new store earlier today. Had a doctor's appointment this morning. You old veterans, you know how it is. Been to the VA, trying to get my VA stuff done. And, it's paperwork after paperwork. Red tape here, red tape there. But fishing, I've been working really hard the past, I would say a couple weeks, putting together spreadsheets. And I got to tell you that I've got a new appreciation for you folks out there that sit behind a desk all day long and work with that type of technology. And the fact that you can use formulas, that's something. So as the manager of the Feelfree Fishing team, one of the things that I do with my team is that all year long when they're fishing tournaments, they when they get back home, they fill out a fishing team report on their activity, on the event that they went to. So I'll give you some examples. Like when the guys go, let's say they go on a trip. Let's say it's a KBF tournament or Hobie or Bass Masters event somewhere. So they spend $250 entry fee, or $350 depending on the trail. They may be gone for 3 or 4 days, so they'll have either a camping expense, a shared lodging, Airbnb expense, or even a hotel expense. And if they're lucky, maybe they stay with some friends. So they fill out categories in each area. They'll talk about their fishing. One of the things I've asked the guys to do is fill out some of the equipment they use. That way, as the team manager, I know what my guys are using, and then I can reach out to those companies and try to garner relationships with them. Say, hey, I've got a fishing team, consists of so many guys. I know I had over 90 reports, but the guys completed for me this year. So that's a lot of traveling, a lot of money that the team put out representing Feelfree Kayaks. And so to do them justice, I'm trying to get all of the information as accurate as I possibly can, totaling up the miles traveled, the dollars spent on lodging, a really good guesstimation on dollars spent on food expenses. And then that way I can show the value that the Feelfree Fishing team gives our company, Feelfree, as they travel about and represent, our brand. And, Jackson, Wilderness, all those guys probably do something similar, I would think, or I would hope, to show the value that our guys. And so I'm using these stats as I get them collected. The guys, it's only, like I said, it's October 31st. Championships just finished up. Some of the guys are still fishing other events. And so they'll filter in. I've asked them to try to get all the reports in. I've got, like I said, close to 100. Last I looked, I had like 92. And I know a couple reports have come in. I've checked my email and saw where the submissions have been done. So it's pretty cool. I mean, seeing these guys, and the other thing, with the stats is that I keep track of what the guys, how many people they competed against versus their ranking, and then I'll send them at the end of the year a tally of what they submitted to me, so they have a roundabout, so they can turn around and when they reach out to another company that may be asking for pro staff, they can say, hey, I was on the Feelfree Fishing team. I traveled almost 4,000 miles last year. I fished 10 tournaments. Out of my own pocket, I paid this and this and this to represent this company. And, why not jump on board? I mean, I'm doing it. I'm traveling. As you can see here on the Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast, on my banner up there, I've got Feelfree, DuBro, and ZPRO. Those companies I work with, represent, and I want to promote them. And as you guys do the same thing, I'm seeing it's how we reciprocate and show love to the companies that support us. So make sure, if you are with and work with a team manager on a company that you support or that you're a part of, you might want to keep track of your value to them, because in my mind, the value of the fishing team is an extremely big value. I mean, we are an arm of the marketing department. As I sit here now, and I broadcast out to the friends, followers of Paddle and Fin, to the Rusty Hook Podcast, to my Twitter page, my Twitch page, West Virginia Kayak Anglers, all these different entities that I love and I'm a part of, I support. I'm showing them and educating them on some of these things that I follow and I love. And everybody, we all do it. So keep good records. And if your team manager's not doing it, you should be doing it, so you can articulate that in an application that you're probably getting ready to send out in the next 2 or 3 weeks, because marketing budgets are being made right now or the next few weeks before the holiday seasons for next year. So that's when you need to start reaching out. I mean, I've been doing it for the past 2 days. I am working with ZPRO as well. I am their pro staff coordinator, team manager, but I'm also the club sponsor representative. So like if you're a club and you're looking for a lithium battery to support your club, to be a part of your organization, a partner, then reach out to me. If you got a good entity, a good number, you show good promotion capabilities, you may be in line for a position to join with ZPRO. And fill out the application, see what happens. I'll review it with my cohorts at ZPRO, and we'll see what we can do. I think we've already got 8 applications in, and you know we want to cover the map. We want to be able to reach out to every finger of the kayak fishing world. Salt, we're doing salt. We're covering fresh water, bass, the bass series, the saltwater series. We're going to do it all. And so if you're interested in that, make sure you reach out to me. Let's go from there. I'll send you an application. But hey, did you know that the paddle and fin boys, myself included, are going back to Del Hollow? It's on Tourney X. Take a look. All right, welcome back. We've been air time now, a little over about 14 minutes. So chitter chatter and spreadsheets. Yeah, I mean, I was telling my wife Beth. Beth is an accountant for Ace Adventure Resort. As I was down at her office earlier, her and one of the whitewater managers were sitting down, and they were doing POs, purchase orders for next year. Going over what they did this year, and I found it funny. The gentleman was ecstatic that his team of whitewater guides were and you know, because you know you're talking when you put the guys on the whitewater. They have to have lots of paddles. And Ace has their paddles branded with their logo. So as they're going down the river, you know, they got those individual paddles. They may have 4 guys on one side of the boat, 4 on the other, and then you got your guy at the back with that big old long paddle. And he's telling them which way to paddle. People lose them. And so the manager was talking, compared to last year, they lost over 3,000 paddles. This year, just a little over 1,000. He was really happy because I guess the way the numbers math out is each paddle was worth like $25 to $28 or somewhere like that. So they were able to save several $1,000s because they gave better briefs. They gave better instruction prior to putting guys in the boats, and was able to save and not lose any paddles. Or it could have been, you know, the fact that they had more seasoned people coming back and doing the trips again compared to having a bunch of rookies who get scared, drop the paddle, and grab the rope on the side of the boat and hold on for dear life. You never know. But the fact is, they saved money. But that's my wife, Beth. You know, we were talking, like I said, I was talking to her, and I told her after I was grinding out some of these Google spreadsheets, and she put me on Excel so I could transfer everything over and make everything a little bit more cleaner so I can get the graphs and all that stuff when she comes in and helps me with the formulas. And I said, man, I got a new appreciation for what you do. I said, I don't see how you can be productive. And so I can see why companies really sit down when they do their interviews with people that are in the background doing the marketing and doing the financial side of things, because I can sit and look at a spreadsheet for 20 minutes and maybe fix 3 or 4 lines, where she can do a spreadsheet and probably do a page in less than that time, and do the sums and the different formulas that you can do, create the what's it called, the financial reports. I mean, so kudos to you folks, because that is difficult work. Even though it's not labor intensive, you're using that and you're using this, and you're really if you're efficient, you're moving fast and you're not making mistakes. So yeah, appreciate that. Let's see. So yeah, I want to touch about that on there. So Feelfree Kayaks, we have a really cool, if you are starting tomorrow morning, it's posted up on the Feelfree Fishing Team page now. But if you are a Feelfree Kayaks owner, a Three Waters Big Fish Series owner, a Sea Stream owner, or you own a Johnny boat, we are putting on a really cool video shorts competition. So basically what you do, you take the old cell phone, you get your favorite TikTok or your shorts reels program out. I've got a few of them here. I actually use Superimpose V, where I take several videos and superimpose them to build the videos that I did. Let's see if I can show you one here. I got it. I may have sent myself one. Yes, I did. Well, I'll show you the background to one of the videos I did. Let me present. Share screen. Here we go, baby. I want to share that one. I hope it's showing on your screen. It's showing on mine. But I've got that I'm using as part of my videos here. So it's pretty cool. I'm throwing that on the background, or I'm throwing it on top of other videos. I believe it did show. So even got one here for paddle and fin. I hope that's showing to you guys. It's showing on the screen right here in the middle. I've got 3 screens system set up here, and on the middle screen it's showing it's the paddle and fin blocks with the spotlights. Cool videos, but basically what I've done is I'm using an old program that's no longer in existence, and I use it. And it still works on my phone, but it won't save, so I just basically do a little screen capture to get what I need from it. I got paid for that app years ago, but you know how it is. I think it's part of the apps that I may have showed. Well, no, I didn't use it because it's a dead app, but it was a dead app back when I was doing my first 3 episodes of the year when I was talking about, using the tools that you have in front of you to market yourself and market the brands that you represent. Speaking of brands, we'll take a quick break, get me a glass of water while you guys watch some of these sponsors that work with me and that support this show.
Welcome back to the...
Well, let me get the white rolling here. There we go.
ZPRO Lithium, serious power in 12, 24, and 36 volt applications. Bluetooth capable. Go to ZPRO Lithium for more. DuBro Fishing, American-made marine applications and locally manufactured soft plastics. Visit DuBroFishing.com. Feelfree Kayaks, paddle, pedal, or power. There's something for everyone. Check out feelfreeus.com. YakGadget, American-made kayak fishing accessories and gear. Go to YakGadget.com for your rigging needs. Ace Adventure Resort, West Virginia's #1 destination for hiking, biking, ziplining, whitewater rafting, and more. Check out aceraft.com. Westbrook Supply Co, Georgia's premium supplier for all your kayak rigging supplies and fishing equipment. Go visit westbrooksupply.com.
All right, we're back. 23 minutes in today's show. Not going to be a long show. Don't have no guests. Didn't round up anybody. I was out running around today trying to get some work done, get my medical care taken care of. And you know how it is. When you get old like me, you gotta take care of yourself so you can do the thing you love, which is going fishing. So, trick or treat, Halloween. Last week we were talking about boo buckets. I hope you got to watch the episode. If you haven't, go back and look at last week's episode. It had 4 guys on. It had Randy Newton. Who else did it have? I think Rick Garvalia. Heck, I'm not thinking of who else is on the show off the top of my head right now, but Sean Lavery, and who was that third one? Getting old. But we had a great show. We talked about boo buckets, and we shared some trick or treats on fishing. Go look it up. Check it out. Make sure you check out all the other really cool shows we have here on Paddle and Fin. They got some great shows. I saw a couple guys got some stuff scheduled here for the next few days. But it's that time of year where we can sit back and we can start, thinking about next year. So I don't know what you guys got planned, but sit down, write things out. You might want to start reaching out to companies that you've been using this year that you may have hashtagged, you may have shouted out to, and check and see what their status is for 2024. If they have fishing teams, they're taking applications and things like that. Also, and I'm going to say this again, if you're a tournament director or you run a fishing series here, either salt or fresh, and you're a kayak club or series, ZPRO Lithium was taking applications that we will review. If you don't have somebody that you already work with from the lithium battery standpoint, we're not in the business to try to step on toes or anything like that. But if you're looking for you're wanting to grow your company or grow your sponsorships, you have good communication skills, promotion skills, then we would like to work with you. If you have an audience, so if you hold 6 or 7 tournaments a year, let's give you a guideline or standard that we might look at. If you hold 6 or 7 live tournaments a year, you have between, let's say, 35 and 100 people per event. You have a Facebook group or membership for your club or series. If you take a dues and you can show, hey, well, we have over 300 members for our club or our group. You got a Facebook page, a YouTube page, you got a web page that you use to attract and put out information, then you should take a look at reach out to me. I will send you our link for our application for 2024. And we're working on our swag packages now to give out to our clubs that are going to work with us next year. And, we'll make agreements, sign some contracts, do some things to start off 2024. But yeah, the video shorts program, go back to Feelfree Kayaks. As I was saying earlier, I'm old. I get off track sometimes. I have to come back full circle. But if you have one of those 4 brands of the Feelfree family, and for the next 45 days, we're going to do a video shorts competition. Go to the Feelfree Fishing Team page. It is pinned to the top of that page, and it gives you the instructions on how to compete. We're going to give away $350 to first place. It's $350 credit to our store. So if you're, and since you already are an owner of our products, you can use that money toward maybe buying an overdrive, so you can have a motor. Then you have, or maybe you want to get a cool a rudder system that you don't have a rudder for a new kayak, or even there's several things that you could get. You could get the new swivel seat, the upgraded swivel seat for your kayak if you're the winner and it fits into your brand. I mean, there's so many different options that you can use that prize package to assist you with your next year. So, I mean, I think it's fun. I've already got 3 videos, as I've showed you there a little bit ago, prepared to throw up, to challenge you guys to see what you're made of, see what your skills are. If you can do and throw together videos on the fly, and throw something clever up, catchy, something that makes you go, oh, look, Chad, that's pretty cool. Look at that. But and it promotes you, it promotes the brand. That's the way I wrote that up. I'm like, guys, go through your 2023 photo album in your phone, your videos, and mash some of those together. Lots of programs out there you can use. I use Quick. GoPros. Quick used to be Quick back in the day. I used to use that all the time. Back before GoPro brought it and sort of ruined it. But then you got Vid Story's a good one. Intromate. Use iMovie. iMovie's updated. It's pretty decent. Now what I use, if you have an iPhone, I use that program called Superimpose V. And what that is, it's a really cool video editing program that you can change the dimensions of your video. You can change it from 1920, which is like what you're looking at here on the screen now, or you can do it in a Reels, like it's like the cell phone format. So, but then you can stack videos and you can blend them, or you can, when you layer the layer on top, you can change the transparency so it's not completely covering the bottom video like I'm doing with that video there that I showed you. I got me and my Feelfree kayak with my big speed jet motor cruising along some grass lines, and then you got that Feelfree thing just layering over top of it, and then I may change to catching a fish or holding a fish, but follow the directions. Look at how it's set up. I think it's going to be fun, and we've got some nice prizes. Second place is going to get a cooler. Third place has got a swag bag that Roland, our marketing director, is throwing together. So I hope all of you guys will jump in there that has those brands of kayaks. Feelfree, Three Waters, a Sea Stream, or a Johnny boat made by Feelfree. Go through your phone, build you a quick video. So trick or treat. That's what we're doing. We're starting it off tomorrow, and it's up so you can build your videos, post them, and the way you win is you go get all your family, friends, and followers to say, send them that link. Say, go to that page and hit that like button. Like my video. The more likes you get, the more chances you have to win. Share it, but don't have them like the share. They got to like it on the main page. It's very important that you let people know that. So look at my little girl right here. You can't see her. She's my best friend. She is a little cat. She's my baby Key, and she looks so pathetic right now. Had to take her to the vet the other day. She just turned 10 years old, and but she's got an injured leg, some type of I don't want to call it cancer or anything, but some type of little infection in her leg that's caused to swell up, and I don't. $400 later, she's taking pain meds and some antibiotics, and I'm trying to get my little girl healthy. But she's my buddy, hangs out with me everywhere I go here in the house, and love her to death. So as it's trick or treat time, if you got a black cat like I do who's outside, make sure you keep him inside, protect him, so the dummies out there don't do anything crazy to your little animals that you may love. And to all my law enforcement brothers out there tonight that are keeping the chainsaw on the back of their cruiser, God bless you, because damn rednecks out there can get crazy. I can tell you, so many times in my career as a state trooper, I'm from West Virginia, folks, and I can remember so many times during this week, and especially on the 31st, Halloween night, get calls or be cruising the back roads. Most of the areas that I was responsible for when I was a trooper early in my career were like out in the middle of God's country. I was in Greenbrier County for 5 years, Nicholas County for 1, and I was the only trooper at work at night normally. So Halloween we would have more than one. There'd be a couple of us, because you would have guys, they'd get out there in their trucks and they'd go cruise the back roads, and they cut trees down to block the road. So we'd have to go out there. If the fire departments were tied up on something else, we would go out and help cut the trees, so the Department of Highways guys they couldn't get to it before us. They'd get there and they'd just jerk them out of the way with the chain. We had them old 70s and 80s Chevy Blazers that we would take out. We had one guy had a Jeep. We had an old Jeep Wagoneer that we would take out back then. Crazy times. So to all my brothers out there in law enforcement, I'm praying for you tonight, and crossing my fingers you guys have a uneventful evening. To the parents of you guys, the folks out there, make sure you check your children's candies tonight before they dive in and start getting that sugar rush. And I'm so glad that those days for me are over, but I am so looking forward to the grandchildren times. So Benjamin, that ain't happening anytime soon with that boy, but I got a son up in Alaska. I'm hoping him and his little wife will give me a call here in the near future and say, hey, Paul, guess what? I'm like, all right. So Hope it's a little girl, so I can buy all kinds of Hello Kitty for her and spoil her. But, so love your children. Take pictures. Enjoy this time, because before you know it, they're like mine. They're gone. Yes, I was talking about you. I was talking about you. This is my little baby right here. Yeah, this is my little baby right here. Getting cold out there, folks. Temperatures here in West Virginia are finally starting to dip. So make sure you treat your animals right. Make sure that your outdoor animals have good bedding and things like that. And just take care of them. Treat them like you love them. They're part of the family. There you go. All right, guys. I ain't going to hold you up much any longer. You've heard the old man chit-chat about pro staff, about spreadsheets, about competitions. It's been a slow episode, I know. I appreciate all you guys out there hanging out with the old man. Listen to me babble a little bit tonight. No guests, nobody come out and talk. And that's my fault. I didn't reach out and get any people lined up. But I am going to do next week's episode. I'm going to bring on several folks. Military theme for Veterans Day. It's going to be my Veterans Day episode. And we'll do a little salute to all of the guys that have served, and gals too. I've got, like I've done several years, I got a slideshow of so many kayak anglers that have sent me their photos. And the way I did it, and you'll see next week, is that I would have a photo of them in uniform back when they were probably 18, 19, or 20. And then you'll have a photo of them in their kayak or holding the fish or something like that years later. So anyway, if you missed the early part of the show, I'm going to remind you guys one more time, us guys, we are going back to Delhala. And I want to remind you, it's a $100 entry fee. Great venue. Eastport Marina is the best. They treat us great over the years. Then we're going to be up at the farm with Richard DeVry and his crew. That's where they host us at, up on top of the hill above the lake at the farm. A great venue, big barn that we do our award ceremonies, check in, where we eat and gather and socialize. Free camping, I'm sure, again this year. Waiting on details for the houseboats, but if it's been like the past several years, $50 a night. It's going to be a great time. They got a great restaurant and kayak shop on the water there at Delhala at Eastport Marina. So here, just a little check out, and you can see the video of me riding by the marina itself. Hey guys, before I close, I want to do one of my angler profiles. I'm going to pump these back up again for 2024. Reach out and I'm going to get some people to send me some videos so I can do some profiles. But let's listen to Rick and see how he got started doing what he does.
My favorite fishery? My favorite fisheries here in West Virginia are Stonewall Jackson Lake and Burnsville Lake. I seem to do pretty well on both of those. Favorite lake overall, though, has been Lake Murray down in South Carolina. That's been really good to me as far as the tournament scene goes. My favorite fishing technique? That would be really anything power fishing. I think that the crankbaits seem to be what's been really good to me as well, and what I tend to start fishing with but really anything power fishing, anything moving, anything real aggressive, I really don't like slowing down all that much. Fun fishing with someone. The people that I really love fun fishing with is Storm and Phil, and of course Bunny's along on that a lot, and now Sierra. So those are the people that I really enjoy fun fishing with. Least favorite technique would be dead sticking. Just throwing it out there and just leaving it set really drives me crazy. Coming from a catfishing perspective, that may seem a little strange, but man, I like moving. I like my power fishing. What I admire the most, it's really tough on the pro side of things. When you look at outspoken Christians like Ott Defoe, Edwin Evers, of course the late Aaron Martins, those are all guys that I look up a lot to for using their platform as fishermen to make people's lives better. And on the kayak side, I'd have to say Matt Ball. I really want to spend some time with him and learn some things from him and see how that would go. So Matt Ball would be the pro kayak side that I would like to learn from. When did I learn to fish? As a kid, there's all kind of memories I had of fishing with all sorts of family members. But the thing I remember the most, learning how to tie knots and everything, was with my grandpa. I called him Pap. Catfishing a lot during the day, during the night. But that's where I learned the most about fishing. My greatest accomplishment in kayak fishing is right here on the wall behind me. I first place finished my first KBF Trail Series event. Won that event down at Lake Murray. And then the very following year, following that up with an 8th place finish. I think that's a pretty decent accomplishment for just being in kayak fishing for 4 years now.
Appreciate you, Rick. God bless you, buddy. And hey, guys, gals, appreciate you guys hanging out with old John Rapp. We're going to shut down for the night and look forward to talking to you guys next week. Don't forget, that's going to be our Veterans Day salute. We'll have some veterans on here. We're going to talk about some of the antics. It'll all be about veterans and what they did as a veteran. I know I got a couple stories I'm going to share with you guys that I basically from basic training and that were at the time I thought were scary, but as I look at them in the older part of my life, they turned out to be pretty fun and cool. So stay safe, be blessed. If you're going to water this time of year, dry suits with cold weather protection. Use layers, no cotton, always wool. Be safe. Wear your PFD and make sure somebody knows where you're at all times.